Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Brian with Class A Life. Today I am coming at you with, I guess, a bit of a different video. I was going to do a video on changing out my switch for my battery disconnects, but all of a sudden the fuckers just started working again. So, that will probably be a future video, but today, this is going to be one of those transparent, not very informative videos, unless you're going through what I am going through, which is the grieving process. It's been a little over 3 months since my wife passed, and they say there's a grieving process. I didn't go through the grieving process. I didn't get mad. I did get sad. And after about a month and a half, I figured I was starting to get through the worst of it. At about a month and a half, 2 months. I stopped ugly crying. I would just shed a tear every once in a while when I thought of her. But I thought I was getting through it. I was gonna start. Everything was gonna start looking up, and I was gonna start beginning to live again, beginning to take step after step after step to slowly getting back to back on track with life. And then I had a buddy of mine get sick with cancer also. He's had it for a while, and Lori and I were actually looking after him for a while up until Lori passed. But now he's since gotten way worse. So I went to the marina. That was my last video, second to last video. Not the last one, but the one before, when I did a video about the marina and the yard. While I was there, I was looking after his cat while he was in the hospital. He thought he was going to be in the hospital for a week, and then come back out and continue living his life again. Well, the man never got out of the hospital. He's since deteriorated huge, and he's in a hospice, and he's not long for this world. So, his cat was taken off the boat by his daughter, and his boat's getting dealt with, and he's in a hospice waiting to die. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. But now I'm a little bit out of sorts. I didn't do a video last week because I wasn't into it. And I wasn't gonna do. I didn't want to do a video this week, to be totally honest. But I'm forcing myself to do it. Because I don't want to fuck up the consistency doing these videos. And you know, they say consistency is everything, so and they say nobody watches your first 100 videos anyway, so To my 115 subscribers, I'm sorry for this video, but this is all I got, and this is where I am. Pouring like a bastard out here, and it will be for the next week or so. Yeah, so given all this that's going on, I find myself in a bit of a depression. I just I don't have any motivation to do much of anything. I have to force myself to do anything that I do. You know, it's a good thing I have Dory, or I wouldn't get out at all. Because she gets me outside to walk her in the morning and in the afternoon, and so I do get out and I get some, you know, outside time and some exercise, and when I take her for a walk. But I don't know. Don't worry, I'm not drinking. It's brisk. But it's gotta have a cold snack. But I didn't expect that I would go through a depression. I knew I was going to be sad. I didn't see me getting depressed. Although it does run in my family. I lost a niece and one of my brothers due to suicide by depression. I'm not the suicide type. I'm just not. It's not in me. So now I have to fight my way through this. And for anybody else going through this, you can get through this. I will get through this. Sometimes you gotta force yourself to do stuff. Sometimes, and it might be in the form of grief counseling. I've had so much death in my life, where I just know when I have the tools within me to be able to get myself through this. It's happened many times in my younger years, and I've always gotten through it, as I will this time. It also doesn't help that, you know, winter's coming on here, and I'm not in an SRO. I'm still in the RV, so it looks like I'm going to be spending the winter in the RV. So what that looks like is that I'm going to be, right now I'm back in my sister-in-law's driveway. I'm driveway camping. So I have power for heat and stuff, but at some point I'm watching the weather really close, and then when it starts hovering around 0, I have to go dump my tanks, drain all the water in my systems, my water tank, my hot water tank, drain my my black and gray tanks, and run some antifreeze through them, RV type antifreeze, and then I can't use water anymore. So now I have to go to the main house, fill up water jugs, go use the bathroom in the main house. Um, and then I'll have a pee bottle here for the middle of the nights, when I don't want to go wake everybody up just to go have a pee. So it is doable. You can do it. It's going to be a little harder, but it's middle of November here now, so I got 3 months of this. We got the rest of November, December, January, February. Okay, 3.5, 4 months. It's not the end of the world. You know, it could be worse. I'm grateful that, you know, I still have a roof over my head. I have heat. I have power. I still have my health, other than the COPD. I have my dog, my girl, which helps me out lots. I have lots of family to help me get through this, and you have to be able to utilize that. Use the resources that you have. If you don't use the resources, they can't help you. You have to, you know, it's not a bad thing to ask for help if you need it. If anybody is going through a depression, if you need help, ask for it. Depression is not like it used to be. You know, 3/4 of the world suffers from it these days. You know, and the stuff that's going on with Donald Trump in the U.S., you know, I'm not surprised that people are getting depressed, but you know, you just got to get through it. A Navy SEAL friend of mine had a saying he used to say to me all the time. You know, I used to say to him, I hate this. I fucking hate it. And he always used to tell me, you don't have to like it. You just got to do it. And it's true. You're not going to like everything in life. You do it, you get through it, and you carry on. Right? Evaluate, adapt, and overcome. One of my best friends taught me that. And I am by no means a Navy SEAL or any fucking thing close. Yeah, no. I'm a grade school dropout. The military wouldn't even look at me. But, you know, that's what I got from a good friend of mine. It was. And I take that to heart. I totally take that to heart. You don't have to like it. You just got to do it. So, you know, I'll tough out the next few months. And, you know, part of getting through a depression is what's going on in your head, right? You have to try to be positive in your head. If you're thinking negative all the time, then you're fucked. You can't do positive things if you're thinking negative, right? You have to force yourself to think positive, right? Find a positive at least one thing every day. Find a positive thing when you wake up every day. when you wake up every day, thank whoever your higher power is, whether it be God, Allah, Buddha, your higher self, the grandfathers, whoever that may be. Um, Wake up, try as hard as you can to have an attitude of gratitude. When I wake up every morning, um, I thank my higher power for, first of all, letting me wake up so I could live this day. I thank him for the roof over my head. I thank him for the little bit of jingle I got in my wallet. I thank him for my dog that helps me get through every day. My family. And, you know, the little things in life that make your life easier. Right? You know, when you think about it, life isn't so bad. I got a roof over my head. I have a couple of vehicles. I've got money in my wallet. I got food in the fridge. I got my girl down there on the floor, who's always looking at me to sometimes I think she looks at me to make sure I'm all right, right? But she's, you know, she has her wants and needs too. It's like, Dad, let's go for a walk. You know, come on, Dad, let's go for a walk. And then when I get outside, and then when we get outside, even if I really don't want to, I have to force myself to, because, you know, she's got to go out, she's got to pee. So I force myself to go outside, and then once I get outside, and she's running around and playing, whenever I see her in a mood where she's running around, she's playing, she's inquisitive, that always changes my mood a little bit, right? And then I have an attitude of gratitude, which also helps a little bit, right? All these little things help the big picture. And so if you can do as much of these little things, you know, try and hang out with friends, family. And if you got somebody you can have a heart-to-heart with, right? Talk to them, right? Maybe they can offer you a different perspective that you are not seeing. You know, and I do that all the time. I get phone calls from everybody still checking in on me, from, you know, make sure I'm not okay and I'm not spiraling downhill, right? And I think the only reason I'm not really spiraling, but the only reason I'm suffering a little bit of a depression now is, you know, this stuff that's going on in the States, with all my U.S. friends, and this thing with Donald Trump is, you know, everybody went and elected Donald Trump thinking it was going to be great, and now everybody's finding out that he's a shit show, and the next 4 years are going to be a shit show. And over the next 4 years, the world is going to be a little bit of a tougher place to live, unless you're a millionaire or a billionaire. because he doesn't care about the little people. All he cares about is power and money, and the people that have that. So, for all us regular folks, life is going to get a little bit tougher over the next 4 years, and we're going to have to find a way to get through it. But we can, and you don't have to turn into a thief, and you don't have to be a liar. It just means you got to work a little harder. When what they say is, when you get dealt a hand of lemons, make lemonade, sell it for $5 a glass, right? There's always a way out of it. Where there's a will, there is always a way. Yeah, so, I'm going through some shit right now. This for a lot of years, I knew of people that had cancer, friends of friends of friends of family members, and now all of a sudden, I've got 3 closed cases inside of 6 months of each other. First Lori, and we didn't even know she had it until she was diagnosed with it, and she was dead within 2 months of her being diagnosed from it. And now my friend Andrew is on his deathbed. And I have, 2 or 3 other people who are fighting it. Maybe one of them will be able to ring that bell, saying they kicked it. And I hope for that. It's a funny thing. We can go to the moon, spend billions of dollars and leave this planet, go to the moon, and do all kinds of research for other things, but we can't cure cancer. Right? What's up with that? I don't know. Maybe it's not a priority. Maybe it's just the universe's way of thinning out the population. I don't know. I don't know. But here we are. It's here, and we have to deal with it. But you got to just got to keep struggling through. You don't have to like it. You just got to do it. And sooner or later, life is going to get better, and everything will go back to a new normal, and you can start living again. But if you're going through this, don't be afraid to reach out for help. This depression is not as stigmatized as it was years ago. There's 3/4 of the population going through it, so there's no stigma attached with it anymore. Depression is a mental disease that most people in the world will go through at some point during their life. you know, and you got to get through it. Don't give up. Don't give up, because it's not worth it. It will get better. You just got to know that. It will get better. Everything will pass in time. Every how can I what are the words I'm looking for here? This too shall pass. And life will get back to normal, a new normal, wherever you are in life. Depression is not something that people go through forever, right? Unless you have a mental condition in which there's medication for. And if you have to take medication, then that's fine. Then, you know, then you take medication. Whatever gets you to that proper equilibrium where you can live your life without hurting yourself foremost or anybody else around you. And if you can enjoy life, that's even better. That is what you should be working towards. It's not just living life, but enjoying life. So, you know, yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this here. I've been rambling long enough. So, for everybody who's stuck around, I appreciate it, and I hope somebody can get something out of this. And to all my 115 subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. And yeah, everybody have a good one, and I'll see you next week. And remember, keep smiling. Makes everybody wonder what you're up to. See you, everybody.